If I make enough income, do I have to list assets on my financial sponsorship forms? So if you are in the process of, you're a petitioner or maybe a joint sponsor, and you make over the 125% of poverty level, higher if you're in Hawaii or Alaska, do you have to put anything else? The short answer is no, you don't necessarily have to put anything else. Theoretically, making that income level enough is enough. However, there are definitely some cases where it might be strategically to your advantage to also list some assets. And that would specifically be in cases where maybe your income is a little bit inconsistent or there's some risk of you not being able to continue that. Anything that might make immigration sort of think, yeah, they're over the limit, but the last 2 years they weren't, since they're asking you for a 3-year period of time, or just anything that looks like you might not be quite financially stable enough to be a sponsor would be potentially a reason that you would want to list some assets to balance that out. So it's not required for people who are clearly above the income limit and they have been consistently over time. We typically do not go through and list financial assets as well. Now, with the way the public charge rules are and the form that the immigrant themselves has to fill out, there are a lot more questions about household finances. So some of those documents are coming in these days anyway. But that's sort of the short answer to this particular question, which is a great question. Everyone sees those questions on there and they think, how in detail should I go if I look like I qualify? So it's kind of a case by case. But if you're clearly above, then typically we wouldn't include financial asset information on those forms.